Hi everyone, this is Natasha and I wanted to share with you my Your Paper Pantry, or YPP, ATCs for May that are going in the mail, and I was in each of the four groups, and we had four groups of 10. The theme was Carnival, County Fair, Circus. It was really open, and the color challenge was open so long as it was appropriate for whatever you picked. So if you picked vintage circus, then whatever the vintage colors were. So what I started off with is I cut with my Sizzix artist trading card die. Hold on, let me see if I turn on autofocus. Artist trading card die, both chipboard and cream color cardstock. So once I cut the cream color cardstock, I then ran two from through the same embossing folders and two through different ones. So for the rooster, for my prize rooster, which has a #1 label on, I used the bricked Tim Holtz Alterations die embossing folder. And for those of you who are not familiar, the label, the Sizzix name is on the deboss side. To get the embossing, so the elevated on the top, you have to flip it over, and that's why I added my label of the name of the folder on the other side. So then I have to try to figure out each and every time which side is embossed versus debossed. Embossed is pushed up, debossed is imprinted in. So that was the bricked for the rooster, and it's an image that I just found through a search online. This happens to be the Denver County Fair, I think from last year, and there was a blue ribbon underneath, but I wanted to use my Fiskars Jenny Bolin award ribbon punch, which I punched out of craft color paper and then just stamped #1 on it. And I think the stamp is from we are Memory Keepers. I'll have a full list of all of the products that I use on my blog along with photographs. So then this is just on dimensional adhesive, and on the embossing folder run through cream color cardstock, I used fired brick and gathered twigs with some of these. So you could see it totally changed the color. This was cream color, so you could see underneath here. But now it's this rich red texture. So, and then I added a tiny little bit of glitter of shimmer on with crystal stickles. So there's a little crystal stickles on the coxcomb and of the rooster, on the next one on the little elephant. And this one I used the raise folder, same thing. I put the emboss up name on that side so I don't forget. And then the inks I used for this is Chipped Sapphire and Gathered Twigs. Again, another image that I found, and then another image I found which I fussy cut of the little elephant, added the little crystal stickles to his headpiece and the blanket part. And then this one is my strong man, which I also found the two images, and I used Gathered Twigs and another blue, and now for the life of me I can't remember which blue was one of the blues. I was trying to pick up the blue from this image. And then this ribbon is Dilly Dally from Making Memories, and all I did is to tone down some of that brightness and kind of spring color. I just rubbed my Gathered Twig finger dauber, not focusing very well today for some reason, across the image, and then inside each of the little flower petals I popped a crystal sticker from What company is this? Mark Richards. They were on super clearance one day at Michael's, so I just used the smallest ones. See, because they're on a single strip, I just cut them apart with my X-Acto knife. And then on the last one, oh, and I also, he had leopard print bungee smuggler, and his shoes, I added the crystal stickles to that as well. And then last but not least is an image that inspired, that reminded me of gypsies. I grew up in Russia, and the most vivid memories I have is of gypsies selling their wares out on the street, and they usually had some really, really bright things like balloons, and I swear to you, I think I remember their mouths being discolored from the various colors of balloons that they were using. So I used this red one background and then added some red and black trim. The base is red and the glitter stuff is black, which is really cool combination. And a couple of pieces of bling from this Michael's, what used to be Dollar Spot rhinestone pack, the smaller pieces. And the flower stem used to be White Heather from Wild Orchid Crafts, but all I did is I dunked it inside Lindy Stam Gang Rudolph Knows Red. And once it was shook up, I literally just took it by the stem, which I have since cut off, and dunked it inside after I took the cap off. It was the easiest application. And mulberry paper flowers are sturdier than you would imagine. And I just hot glued them on, and this is attached with red line tape. And then the image is on 1/8 inch dimensional. And the colors that I used on this cream color cardstock that's embossed is Fired Brick and Black Soot. So I haven't decided which group is getting which, so you'll be surprised when you see it. Oh, and the other thing that I did for this particular image is I took my Black Soot Distress marker and I edged the printed image, which was also, all of these images were printed on cream color cardstock, making it look like a border with the tip of my brush angled, and just ran it along. It took off the raw cream edge so it wouldn't stand out too much. So there are my ATCs for the Your Paper Pantry ATC swap. They will be heading out in the mail shortly, and I will do a separate video of all of the other participants' ATCs separately. I just wanted to show you mine so I can describe exactly what I used. If you have any questions for me, or you want to see details of all the products that I use, please stop by my blog. I'll include a link in the description to the blog post as well as to Your Paper Pantry. If you're not already a member, join us. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of talent, more than you would ever imagine. And the dog's barking is my call to end it. So thank you so much for watching.